this is the second of the eco issues that I mentioned in the Maui Time Weekly article back in April. I continue to get lots and lots of calls and emails and questions and concerns to my office on the topic of cane burning, as I did my first time around. Go ahead. I don't know if any of you drove by the harbor last Thursday or Friday or over the weekend, but the coal barge was in town. Now the good news is that cane burning is about at the end of its season. It'll probably go to Thanksgiving. And then there's a hiatus till about March, where there won't be any burning in the fields. But because the Pu'unene mill generates electricity for Maui Electric by burning the leftover cane residue, the bagasse, they have a contract, they have to keep producing this firm power. So they'll burn coal, just coal in the interim, and whatever bagasse they have left over from harvesting this time of year. So tons and tons of coal were just brought in. I think they burn on the average about 100,000 tons of coal a year. We don't really think about that, but that's yet another impact on our environment. Last one. It's right on the other side. There. And this is just another photo that came my way, showing overall impacts of plantation agriculture. The mass tilling of hundreds of acres on days when we have normal trade winds of 20 or 25 miles an hour means there's a lot of fugitive dust. And when people are breaking ground to develop a subdivision or a hotel or a larger property, our Public Works grading ordinance says if there is more than 15 acres disturbed or graded at one time, it has to have a lot of things. It has to have dust fencing, ways to contain it, and it can only be tilled after it's been watered down first to minimize all the fugitive dust. But I just looked at the State Department of Health rules, and there is some language in there that's open to interpretation, but by and large, there's what's known as right to farm legislation that it's like kind of allows a pass for the plantation to continue this practice that has over the years lost probably tons and tons of topsoil, some of which has landed on the Malaya Reef and impacted that. There's about 8% of the original coral cover in Malaya that there was only about 15 years ago. I posted this on a Maui Clean Air Facebook page about a month ago. It's just a quick list that someone sent to me of chemicals that are used at the plantation. This list is from 2009. I haven't seen an updated list.
How did you get that?
Somebody emailed it to me, and they must have asked someone at the plantation. I don't think it's top secret, but it's just not the kind of thing that unless you go looking for it, they don't post it on their website. But I was curious, and I figure, I'm an information gatherer. I think information empowers people. When I first ran for county council 11 years ago, the bumper sticker slogan was, empower the Ohana, preserve the Aina. And I think that having information about what's going on in our community gives people the opportunity to make an informed decision. Some people will, go, that's fine. Some people will go, I don't like that. And some people will go, I don't like that, and I'm going to do something about it now that I know more about it. So that's my modus operandi. My intent is to be able to provide information through all the contacts and all these partnerships that I work with. Just somebody comes to my office with a question, I feel my role as a public servant is to do my best to answer that question.
Where do you post that one?
I can send it to you. There's a Facebook page called Maui Clean Air that's been up for about a year and has close to 1,000 people.
3 years.
A couple
I
of years.
started the page.
Yeah, maybe in 2009 after I wrote an article.